So right now what I'm trying to do is build a crate to ship the sub from the giveaway, this guy right here, to Corpus Christi, and we need to have a crate to put it in because I have received several subs from orders that I've purchased, usually from private individuals, not from companies. And for example, the baskets arrived shattered, not desirable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a crate for them, and I'll walk you through how I do that. I mean, there's lots of different ways to do it. I've received some subs that have been fabulously packaged and have traveled from California to Vancouver with no issues. But anyway, here we go. So what I'm going to do is make essentially a cheap baffle, and then I'm going to put some pillars and a base plate on an 11 3/4 by 11 3/4 box. So what we need to do is basically measure the mounting depth of the sub and then subtract the thickness of the baffle plate that we're making, and then add maybe 1/4 inch to that. So as you can see, we're running roughly 6 1/4 minus 1/2 inch is 5 3/4 plus 1/4 inch, 6 inches. So I'll cut these 2x4s down to 6 inches to make the corners, and then I will cut 2 square 11.5 by 11.5, which should be big enough to have a 1/2 inch all the way around, and then give us enough to screw the sub into. I'll probably only put 2 screws in to hold it in place. But anyway, now I've got to get to my saws. That should be fun. Anyway, I'll isolate those and then see what happens. So successfully able to run 11 3/4 on my rip fence and get enough material to make at least a baffle and a bottom plate. I don't know how I'm gonna build up the top to protect the surround. Maybe undermounting it, but then that involves unscrewing the whole box. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, we gotta move the chop saw and make some pieces now. Just sit it on top of this here, and yeah, it's dusty. The car's probably full of effing sawdust now too. My wife's gonna kill me. Anyway, c'est la vie. Base life. I just cut 4 corner posts out of 2x4s. Just as a point of note, I'm just using scrap wood I have and not using new materials. I got lots of scrap from box building kicking around, so plus some 2x4s from wall framing, leftover bits and pieces. But anyway, various projects going on in the shop, so I will cut those to length and then build the box on top of that, and then figure out how the heck I'm gonna protect the top of the sub. I've done a couple. I think I undermounted previous ones. Maybe I'll just do that with some standoffs or something, screw it in from the back. But I don't know how easy that'll be to get out, because it will involve taking the top plate off. But anyway, take a look at that. So I've decided to just do 2 11 and whatever it was plates, top and bottom, and then undermount the sub to one of the plates and use standoffs. Just put the screws through the standoffs into the top plate, and then if it's just resting on the motor, I'll put like a piece of foam under it so it's secure. It's not gonna move around at all. And then put cardboard on the outside of that. Just make a custom box around it, and then it'll be a little under 12 by whatever that is. But yeah, you can see my shop is a complete cluster F, and I'm trying to work in less than optimum conditions, but at this point in my car audio professional life, I'm working with what I got. So here we go. So provided that I measured right, there should be enough room in here to fit the sub. I'm going to drill some holes in the corners to screw these onto and glue them to the top plate. So in order to get the sub out, the bottom plate will have to come off, and then the sub will have to be unscrewed from the top plate. Anyway, neither here nor there. I'm going to drill these holes, glue and screw these top ones on, or the posts on, and then mount the sub, and then mount the bottom. And then we'll put the sub in and put the cardboard on. So I've just put the legs on there. What we're gonna do, we got some standoffs. I think they're 12 mil, or ½ inch, something like that. We're gonna put the sub inside there. See, fits very nicely. And we're going to screw it to this piece. I've glued these legs on here, so it's going to be much more difficult to get it apart the way I don't want it to come apart. I will clearly, give direction to the recipient and get this shipped ASAP. So I've mounted the sub with standoffs, so you can see that the surround isn't touching anything. I'm not sure if, whatever, is what it is, but it will prevent any damage to that. And then this plate will be screwed on here, and I'll put a something underneath the magnet, just to probably bubble wrap or something, just to keep it pressed so it's not going to move. I mean, I don't think it's going to move once it's screwed in anyway, but better safe than sorry, so that it's ready to make its journey to Texas. The last and final stage of this subwoofer is to put the top on the box. I think I already filmed this. Got me some foam wrap. Oh, never mind. It's gone flat. Well, that's bullshit. Now I gotta find something else to use. Never mind. So we're basically at the last step here. The speaker is ready to have the top of the box put on it. So what I'm gonna do is screw this piece onto the 4 corner posts, and I'm gonna put some bubble wrap in between the motor and the piece of wood, so that there's a little bit of pressure on it. I mean, it's not gonna move anyway. It's anchored in 4 locations here, and on standoff, so that it doesn't touch the surround, doesn't touch the top plate there. And then once I get that on, I will put cardboard on the outside of it so that it's ready for UPS. So that's the crate built. That is how I ship a sub. I mean, there's lots of variations of ways to do a shipment so things survive the trip, but that's my approach. I've never had a sub arrive damaged, and I don't intend to. So there it is. Next step is the cardboard. I'll staple it onto the sides, cut some little handles in it, just so it makes it easier to carry and write up on it and stuff. So this is the final crate building box for the giveaway sub that I did a giveaway for. It is going to Corpus Christi, Texas. I have arranged scheduled a pickup for it this Monday, which will be, let's see, March 1st. So it took me, well, it was 19th was the giveaway. I don't know what that is. 10 days to get the box together and arrange shipping. You know, it's not perfect, but needless to say, it is on its way to its new home the day after tomorrow. And I feel like it was very well packaged. It should definitely survive the trip. And hopefully I'll get some pictures on the other end or something that I know that the individual that won it will let me know that it made it, but wouldn't be I wouldn't be upset to see a couple pictures of it, at least once it's installed or those kind of things. Make sure you know it found its way safe.